Erika Kirk finally spoke out on Fox News, and she is bringing the thunder. Let's get into it.
Can I have one thing? Can my children have one thing?
My name is Casey, and I have been a therapist, psychologist, father, and husband for more than a decade, and I want my kids to grow up in a future of faith, fatherhood, and freedom in America. If you can support that, please like, share, and subscribe on the way in as we look at what exactly is going to happen to Charlie Kirk's memorial, his legacy, and his organization. Firstly, Erika Kirk responds to some of the questions about where Charlie Kirk actually got laid to rest, and she says, "Can I just have this one thing?" Her whole life was public. Now everybody's in all of her business. She wants her children to be able to visit that without it being desecrated. Watch this.
And I know so many people love my husband, and I am grateful for that. But this is my husband, and I want to be able to have one thing left that is sacred to our family, to my in-laws, to my babies, and to my parents.
I cannot imagine what her children are going to grow up thinking and feeling about their father, especially because there's now so much controversy when he was basically a middle-of-the-road, normie, conservative, view-holding American. But they should be able to mourn or to visit or to have something sacred, as Erika said. TPUSA tried to hold out and wait through many of their detractors speaking about their possible involvement with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, and Erika responds to that claim that their silence was complicity or complacence.
Not mean that I am complacent.
Right.
My silence does not mean that somehow Turning Point USA and all of the handpicked staff that loved my husband and my husband loved them is somehow in on it.
Some of the creators on the side of trying to find truth has stated that they are the ones who want justice for the man that we all lost, and Erika responds to that claim that she's not doing enough in this.
I want justice for my husband, for myself, for my family, more than anyone else out there.
That is a direct shot at Candace Owens. That is a direct shot at Candace Owens. Candace Owens has pretended, Ian Carroll has pretended, we're the real truth seekers. They didn't have to watch their husband's neck explode on live television.
Erika Kirk then turns mama bear about those who might be attacking TPUSA as a good leader and CEO
Kirk
would.
Show family, when you go after the people that I love and you're making hundreds and thousands of dollars every single episode.
Oh, this is, woo! This is for you, Candace.
Erika then goes after the fact that those who might be monetizing or benefiting from spreading all of these rumors or other evidences of what happened to Charlie are actually bruising over and over those who were closest to him and those who actually were traumatized by having to witness what happened to him. And so ultimately the punches are landing at that these online statements have real world consequences to some people who truly love Charlie.
I don't care what box you're in, but just know that your words are very powerful and we are human. But my team, they are rocked to the core. So why every single day do they have to be dragged through the mud, analyzed, hyper-analyzed?
As a therapist for more than a decade, I can tell you that grief is a funny thing. It comes in waves. And if someone who's grieving the loss of a spouse is able to have a good moment, smile, engage, then we should allow them that, give them that room and space, and don't try to make judgments about how someone should react after the loss of a loved one.
Because of your accessories. I mean, I've seen some of it.
Oh, yeah. No, at this point, it's what? The conspiracy collection. Get it before Christmas. Like, seriously. Wow. You will, if you want to find and pick me apart, go right ahead.
I'm so happy she came out and said this. She's so brave. And I'm very proud to continue to support TPUSA.
Erika then talks about how people are being conspiratorial about even the outfits that she wears and picking apart how she looks. Listen, I have been waiting for this kind of leadership from someone who can speak out on TPUSA's behalf that isn't a behind the scenes person like Blake Neff or someone else that no one has heard of. Erika, if she's going to be the CEO of this organization, and quite frankly, I wouldn't blame her if she didn't, just for the sake of her ability to grieve and to press forward with her life. If she's going to be the CEO, these types of statements need to be clear and direct, and the vision for the organization should be out on the table. As much as that is probably a really painful thing to have to think about during a time where you're going through your first holiday, having lost your husband, it is obviously silence has been taken as complicity, and therefore her being forthright and being assertive in the public eye is the right direction for TPUSA. I'll say it again. I don't believe TPUSA is involved, but if they are, I will withdraw my support, financial support from their organization, which is very little because I can afford very little. However, if those who are on the other side of the argument blaming TPUSA for things are in fact incorrect, then they should also be held accountable, at least by their viewership, because that so far has been the gains that have been made off the back of Charlie Kirk is simply views, clicks, and that obviously comes with financial benefit. However, can we leave Erika to grieve for 5 seconds? That would be great. I think it would be the honorable and respectable thing to do. But TPUSA is the greatest activist organization that has existed on the right in my lifetime. And while Candace Owens or others might not care whether Republicans lose the midterms or not, and I will say and co-sign that Republicans are also bad faith actors at times, they're oftentimes not working in the right direction of their constituencies. However, they're better than the alternative. I don't want to lose that for the benefit of someone else's monetization of clicks and views. And so if TPUSA was not involved there, we should still support and be able to provide the activism that I care about, because you probably someday, if you're a young person and you're seeing the discourse online about this, probably someday you will care about who wins elections too. And while you might win the online war temporarily for opinion, public opinion, we might ultimately lose the big battle, and you might live in a socialist nation, a more socialist nation than we already do. So if you can support not going towards the socialism and moving in a direction of truth first, please like, share, and subscribe. And by the way, comment your opinions about who do you think is right. I've seen a lot of the Candace Owens fans, delivering some of what their opinions are in my comment section. I do appreciate that. I won't probably be a big viewer of Candace because I'm just not into the crime opinion, kind of tabloid stuff. But I know that she's very convincing in the way she delivers what she says. And so I don't begrudge anyone for taking that in and feeling compelled by it. If you can get behind this and let's figure out what's true in the public together, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate your support.